Maybe Witch's Graybeard Crowfather here. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, staying healthy, and weathering out the storm. If you live in the southern states, I know it's pretty rough down there without any power or with all that snow. And for people down there that aren't used to this kind of weather, it can be pretty bad. I live in the Northeast, so what you guys have going on down there is commonplace every winter. So I guess I have a little bit of sympathy for you. That's about it. Just want to remind everybody about the books again. So today is Wednesday. You have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 more days to enter. Just comment on the video and put in there what Wicca has done and meant to you in your life. And then on Sunday night I will actually be doing a live drawing. I'm going to do just like I did before for the tarot, the deck of tarot cards, put everybody's names in a bag as I do it live on the video, and then draw it live for the books. 2 copies of the Wicca Bible, 1 copy of Solitary Guide Practitioner. It's been a long day. Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. Other than that announcement, if you just watched the last video, I do have that one cauldron and all the little goodies that I plan on giving away. I haven't decided what I'm gonna actually put in for that yet. That's just a token of appreciation. That, like I said in the video, I didn't have any idea that I would get as many people that would be interested in the videos as there are, and the subscribers to the Reddit channel or subreddit, and 60 plus subscribers on the video channel. Like I said, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not trying to get rich, not trying to get famous, just trying to provide proper information. And speaking of proper information, we'll jump right in tonight to the couple things that I wanted to cover. The one topic that I see mentioned a lot is familiars. And familiars are creatures that are intrinsic to your magical practice. They actually either help create that magic or are involved in creating that magic. Contrary to popular belief, and I know a lot of people are going to be mad that I'm going to say this, but it's actually the truth, your pets are not a familiar. I can't see someone's dog or cat actually participating in creating a spell or a ritual. My cats are quite the opposite. They tend to get in the way and break and knock stuff down more than anything. I mean, unless, speaking of cats, hi Luna. Hey, come here. Y'all met Luna before, I'm sure. He's not a cat. He is a panther. This cat's friggin' huge. Okay, bud. Good boy. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, unless you have, like, trained somehow a crow or something to bring you components of a spell that you're putting together, then that you could actually consider to be a familiar, because they are directly involved in creating that spell or magic that you're doing, or in that ritual you have them trained to do something. But again, sorry to say, your commonplace household pets are not familiars. Okay, with the exception of maybe you say you have a cat or a dog that somehow fetches, like say you need some crystals or something like that, and you tell them and they run and get it. Now, if you can do that, that'd be amazing to see, then yeah, I would consider it to be your familiar, but more commonly they're not. The reason I say that is because not only can animals be a familiar, but it has been noted that other human beings have been familiars in past times too. Yes, you can have someone who works with you, though not an actual practicing witch or Wiccan, but does actually, you know, gather stuff for you or works with you on that specific spell or ritual, then yes, you could consider them a familiar. If you're interested in learning more about familiars, there's a couple good books I've seen on Amazon, and they'll pretty much explain most of the same stuff that I just had talked about. And we have another visitor here, Emmy. This is MJ. I don't know if he's ever been on any of the videos before. Come here. Here. He's old too. He's probably about, I don't know, 13 years old, I think, maybe 14. Yes, I have a lot of cats. We had 8, but with Snickers passing last month, now I have 7. And they're all rescues, and 3 of them weren't even ours. We just, when our daughter moved to a place where she couldn't keep the animals, we took them in, and now we take care of them. So, and Luna, the big boy you just saw, he was wandering around in our back fields for 3 months, and finally he had enough courage to come up to us, and we'd start petting him and then feeding him, and then eventually brought him into the house, and now he wouldn't give this life up for anything. So he knows how good he has it. He's no dummy. All right, moving on to the next topic. Sigil magic. Sigil magic is the process of creating like drawings or images where you put intent into those particular images which have a meaning for you, whether it's protection or luck or and even I've seen fame or strength or courage or whatever the case may be. No 2 sigils will be alike. You're going to create each one differently, and there is no specific rules or guidelines for creating a sigil. I mean, you can start off with a circle and then put intent into that, and then you can draw some lines on it which have meaning to you, and then even some internal lines or whatever the case may be, and then you can actually have squiggly lines. And I just kind of really did a quick doodle. There's no actual meaning to that, but that sigil has its meaning to you, and as you're creating it and putting your intent into it and what you want it to actually accomplish for you is your process. Now, you can do sigils in any medium, whichever you prefer, whichever you think works best for you. You can do them in ink with a pen, as I just did. You can do them in paint. You can actually, charge paint with, you can create, like say you take some, let's use tourmaline for example, crushed tourmaline. And if you can get that to like a powdery state, you can actually, imbibe some paint with those crystal pieces, that powder, and then create your sigil there. A lot of people put sigils on their book of shadows. Some people put them on rocks that you put on your altar. Some people put them on candles. You can put them on, if you have a blank bell that you have on your altar, you can put one on there. Pretty much anything that you decide that you need or want to put a sigil on that has meaning and power to you, you can put them on. There's no, like I said, there's no rules, no guidelines or anything. This is all just personal. as much with the circle that I showed you. They can be pretty much of any shape or form, like this one I just doodled up. You know, anything that has meaning to you in the way that you're actually going to make these sigils and whatever they're going to actually mean to you. There's no right way and no wrong way to actually create a sigil. And I don't really do any sigils myself, only because that's just me. I tend to focus more on ritual work than anything, but anybody can do a sigil. And now I've seen a lot of people actually look, if you remember the signs from the one lesson about the elements of, oops, I screwed that up, of the elements of air, water, earth, and fire, remember those? You can actually take those and incorporate those into a sigil, or start with one of those as actually a base. You could start off with a pentagram as a base for whatever sigil you're going to create and use in whatever you're looking to do for. That's a pretty bad star, but you know, I'm just giving you an idea. You know, you can take the standard triple goddess symbol and then add more to it. You know, start with, you know, that as a base, or start with the horned god symbol as a base. If you're really not sure what you want to do at first, you know, start with those two and then go from there. Whatever comes, you know, from your mind, let it flow through your hand and then start creating. Sometimes you'll end up with something that's just incredibly huge. You know, something just as simple too. So whatever it is that you're going to use those sigils for, just let it, you know, come to your mind and then start drawing it. If you are going to end up, you know, painting one on like a chalice, or you know, even if you have a like a wood altar that's just blank, and then you're gonna actually, you know, design sigils and put them on there, draw them on paper first, so that you know exactly what it is that you're going to do, and then when you're going to transfer it to the altar, that's at that point in time when you put the intent into it, when you're actually creating it in its final form. Again, there's no guidelines, no rules. Whatever you feel is necessary when it comes to doing sigils, whatever meaning it has to you. A lot of times I've seen people have posted pictures of something that they found, like in a tunnel or under a bridge, or graffiti in old abandoned buildings, and people have asked, what does this mean? Well, it generally doesn't mean anything. It's just whatever that person was doing. I mean, you know, it could have, I mean, obviously if somebody puts like a pentagram in a circle, it's probably just somebody being an idiot that was like, oh, you know, we're devil worshippers here, blah, 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 but, you know, just something stupid like that. But then sometimes you get these really weird ones, and people always ask, what does it mean? And to us, it has no meaning whatsoever, because we didn't draw it. So do what you feel is right, and it will work for you. So that pretty much covers the two topics that I was going to talk about tonight. Let's see, today's Wednesday. I will maybe do a video on Friday night. It just depends on how tired I am from work. We'll see. But Sunday is a definite video with the drawing for the books. All right, everyone, y'all have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy, blessed be. Graybeard Crowfather signing off.